Assalamualaikum dear students. Today we will study about human embryonic development. Student embryonic development, it begins with fertilization. After fertilization, zygote it undergoes changes which leads to the formation of fetus and then to an adult. Fertilization of an egg by a sperm, also called as conception in human beings, normally occurs in the proximal part of the oviduct. As the zygote passes down oviduct, it undergoes cleavage which leads to the formation of blastocyst. Pregnancy is usually established when blastocyst is implanted into that of the endometrium. Students, once it implants itself, blastocyst it implants itself with that of the endometrium, it starts releasing or secreting a hormone which is called as human chorionic gonadotropin, also called as HCG. This hormone forces the corpus luteum in the ovary to continue the secretion of progesterone, thereby maintaining the pregnancy, and it also inhibits the production of what follicle stimulating hormone. Student, the layer of cells present in that of the blastocyst is called as what? Trophoblast. This layer it develops into chorion, and then it forms what? Small projections which are called as what? Chorionic villi that burrows this blastocyst into that of the endometrium. It is often thought that fertilization and conceptions are same and it causes establishment of pregnancy. However, at this stage, the zygote is free floating in the womb. For pregnancy to be successfully achieved, the embryo must implant in the endometrium of uterus. Sometimes conception is not followed by implantation, hence no pregnancy is established. Student, it means that we say that pregnancy is established when a blastocyst it implants itself into that of the endometrium. Before that, union of sperm and egg or fertilization is only called as what? Conception. So both are not the same things. Now in human gestation period or duration of pregnancy that can be studied with reference to days, months or trimesters. So average days or duration of pregnancy in the form of days is 280 days from the time of the mother's last menstrual period to the birth of the baby, or it can be 260 days, sorry, 266 days, that is about 9 months from the time of conception to the birth of the baby. Student, human pregnancy can be roughly divided into 3 trimesters, each approximately of 3 months. The first trimester is from the last menstrual period LMP to the 13th week, while the second trimester is from the 14th week to 27th week, and third trimester is from 28th week to 36th week. So it can be divided into days, it can be divided into months, and it can be studied in the form of what? Trimesters. Usually we study it in the form of what? Weeks, according to the trimesters. Now you can see this is a developing embryo, and trophoblast, that is developing, that gets changed into what? Into chorion, and it is developing what? Chorionic villi. This layer is called as what? Hypoblast. The upper one is epiblast, and between the two layers there are cavities. This is called as amniotic cavity, filled by a fluid called as what? Amniotic fluid. And this is yolk sac. But in human embryo, yolk sac doesn't contain yolk. Now let me show the whole process with the help of diagrams. You can see this is fertilization. Pronuclei means one of the nuclei of ovum, and the other nucleus of the ovum, and the other one is nucleus of the sperm. This is polar body, which will degenerate afterward, and this is the outer layer in which egg that is enclosed, which is called as what? Zona pellucida. Then zygote, after successive cleavages in day 2, it forms number of cells or blastomeres. Then in day 3, these cells, they combine or they attach with each other. This process is called as what? Compaction. After this, these cells, they differentiate into two layers. Outer layer is called as what? Trophoblast, and collection of cell is called as what? Inner cell mass, which is present at one side. In the same time, a cavity develops, which is called as what? Blastocoele. After cavitation, or the formation of cavity, we call this structure as blastocyst. Now, students, you can see that then this blastocyst, it hatches out from that of the zona pellucida, or pellucida, it breaks down, and this blastocyst, it's come out from that of the zona pellucida, and this blastocyst, it implants itself with that of the uterine epithelium, which is called as what? Implantation. And now at day 9, you can see your inner cell mass, that is divided into two layers. Upper layer is called as epiblast, and lower layer is called as what? Hypoblast. And then and the outer cells, they are called as what? Trophoblastic cells. Now you can see this layer, that is like just because of the epiblast and hypoblast, two cavities, they appear. Upper cavity is called as what? That is called as amniotic cavity, and lower one is called as what? Yolk sac. It is also called as bilaminar disc, because it is consisting of two layers. Now you can see then epiblastic cells, they start migrating inward. As a result, a streak it develops, which is called as what? Primitive streak. And between epiblast and hypoplastic cells, mesodermal cells, they develop. Student, these hypoplastic cells, they are involved in the formation of extra embryonic membranes, means membranes which are formed outside of the embryo. Now these two sacs, they are evident, amniotic sac and yolk sac. But in human embryo, there is no yolk inside the yolk sac, because developing embryo, it gets its nutrient directly from the mother's body. And then this one is like, you can see here, chorionic villi, they get developed from that of the chorion, and through which it this embryo, it will burrows itself into that of the endometrium, and this is the developing embryo. and now it has developed a digestive tract, and this is the yolk sac, and this outer layer is called as what? Amnion. Amniotic cavity that is surrounded by a layer which is called as what? Amnion, and trophoblastic cells, they develop into a layer which is called as what? Chorion. And here we say that amniotic sac, that has been enlarged. Okay, next is, now we will describe these trimesters in detail. In the first trimester, which starts from the last menstrual period till 13th week, following main events they occur. Student, as gestation period starts from the last menstrual period, therefore fertilization, blastocyst formation, and implantation of blastocyst with that of the endometrium, all of them, they are included in the first trimester. In addition to this, formation of extraembryonic membranes, placenta development, and major events of organogenesis, they also occur during first trimester. Now, after fertilization, as I explained already, the zygote undergoes cleavage that leads to the formation of blastocyst. By the end of the second week, implantation of the blastocyst, it occurs in the endometrium. Students, endometrium, it responds to implantation by growing over the blastocyst. Means endometrium, it starts growing over the blastocyst. During the first 2 to 4 days, 2 to 4 weeks of development, during the first 2 to 4 weeks of development, embryo, it obtains nutrients directly from the endometrium, student, and meanwhile, trophoblast, which is the outer layer of the blastocyst, grows out and it mingles with the endometrium. Eventually, it forms what? It forms placenta. Next is number 4 major event which occurs in the first trimester is extra embryonic membrane formation. Now, establishment of extra embryonic membrane is one of the major events of development. The term extra embryonic is applied because these membranes, they expand out of the embryo, or they are present outside of the embryo. These membranes are amnion, yolk sac, allantois, and chorion. Students, the amniotic fluid, the amniotic fluid, it provides a, a environment, a watery environment to that of the fetus or to that of the embryo. Sorry, firstly, it is called as what? Uh, Embryo. So, amnion is seen above the embryo, and it provides what? It provides a fluid environment for the developing embryo and later on to the fetus. The yolk sac appears below the embryo. It is present above the embryo while it is present below the embryo. Yolk sac is present below the embryo. The yolk sac in human embryo contains no yolk and is the first site of red blood cells formation. Student, the allantois contributes to the circulatory system directly. Its blood vessels become blood vessels of umbilical cord, which transport fetal blood to and from the placenta. Next, number 4 is chorion. Student, chorion is the outer extra embryonic membrane. As I already told you that it is formed from that of the trophoblast. It becomes the part of a placenta. Next is placenta development. Student, the placenta is an organ that connects the developing fetus to the uterine wall to allow nutrient uptake, waste elimination, and gaseous exchange via the mother's blood supply. In addition, placenta is having endocrine role as well. It functions as an endocrine organ or gland as well. It secretes hormones like progesterone and estrogen. Function of these two hormones is to maintain pregnancy. Students, the placenta begins to develop upon implantation of the blastocyst into the mother's endometrium or maternal endometrium. The outer layer of the blastocyst becomes the trophoblast, that is already called as what, trophoblast, which forms the outer layer of the placenta. Student, the placenta grows throughout the pregnancy. However, development of the maternal blood supply to the placenta is completed by the end of the first trimester of pregnancy, approximately 12th to 13th weeks. At this stage, human chorionic gonadotropin declines, the corpus luteum degenerates, and the placenta completely takes over the production of progesterone, which maintains pregnancy. So, then next stage it appears, which is called as what? Organogenesis or formation of major organs. So, as the development of extra embryonic membranes and the placenta, it proceeds. The process of gastrulation and development of the embryo is also going on. At the end of the second month, the embryo's tail disappeared and the arms and legs are more developed. Student, internally, all major organs have been appeared and embryonic development is now established. At the end of the embryonic period, all organs and systems are established and there is a mature and functioning placenta. The embryo is only about 38 millimeter or 1.5 inch long. After the first 2 months of development, the embryo is called a fetus. Means when organs they get developed, all the organs they get, major organs they get developed with that of the embryo, then it is referred as what? Fetus. And it happens after the first 2 months of development. Now student, during this process, during the third month of pregnancy, The fetus grows rapidly. It is about 85 millimeter or 3.5 inches long. As the end, at the end of the first trimester, differences between the sexes begin to take place. Now we will discuss next trimester, which is the second trimester, that is between 14th to 27th week. Student, during the second trimester, the fetus grows up to 0.6 kg and 0.3 meter long. The 4-month-old fetus looks like a human, and during 8th week of pregnancy, cartilage is replaced by the bones, and during 15th week, the sensory organs are well established, and by the 16th week, fetus is actively turning inside the mother's body. Student, by the end of the 5th month, heartbeat of the fetus that can be quite obvious, and it can be heard by stethoscope. Okay, next, and at the end of the 6th month, head size that becomes in balance to the rest of the body, eyelids have separated, eyelashes are formed, and fetus grows up to 30 centimeter long, and it is very active. The mother may feel movement during the early part of the second trimester. Next is third trimester, which is from 28th to 36th week. Student, the third trimester is predominantly called as growth period because the whole process of development that is established now. The weight of the fetus doubles several times from the first 2 trimesters. The mother's bloodstream, it provides nourishment to the to the growing fetus by providing nutrients. At the end of the development, the fetus usually rotates. As a result, head of the fetus is pointed towards the cervix, and at the end of the 9th month, the fetus is about 530 millimeter or 20.5 inches long. So this is all about human embryonic development. Hope you can understand it now. Thank you, students.